favorite memory, I think, is her story about having all the kids up at the cottage, and she and my mom were so overwhelmed with the wildness of their children that they got under the card table and let the kids just run wild while they drank beer.
She and her husband used to come up and visit. They've been friends, and they bought a place. And even my mother said, "Oh my God, she's coming to live here," because she had been a college, sort of more of like a sorority sister, but not a really good friend. I mean, she would always tell my mother that us three kids, me and my brother and sister, were wild and undisciplined and uncontrollable, and just.
Were you?
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to.
The fat diet is man meat. Not meat.
You taught me how to have fun, and that is just the greatest gift that you've ever given me, is just how to laugh and play and have fun, and always make me welcome in your home and in your heart with joy, and just, you're so important in my life, and it's such a gift. Sports, playing, arts, Pink Floyd, swimming in the quarry. Thank you, and I love you.
We'll have it again, just so, but get ready. Landmines, police brutality, and the true meaning of Christmas. You just can't argue with us.
No.
With
Even
us.
up against the hand job and the crumbs.
My favorite things with Grandma was always, we went to the quarry every single year. And when I was a little kid, I still remember going there, playing in the sand. They had this little earth mover type of thing, make castles in the sand, and it was tons of fun. And as the years passed, we went every single year. They always had this little cow wristband, and she'd always take us, and then we'd buy some ice cream afterwards. Then we got older, and we'd still go to the quarry, but instead of playing in the sand, now we went on the slide. And instead of getting ice cream afterwards, we'd go to the place and get some deep fried cheese curds. And now we go to the quarry, and it's shut down, and the slide that we always played on, turns out it wasn't built to code. But we still go there, and now instead of going on the right side, we go to the other side, and we jump off the big rock, the big fall, and Grandma likes to swim around. Now I'm one of those adolescent teenagers that as a kid we always thought, those damn kids, they're so annoying. And afterwards we go and get some deep fried cheese curds. But it's more than just going to the quarry now. It's like our little thing. It's like a ritual. And that's one of the things I remember most doing with Grandma.
Memories, summer memories, are going in the canoe and canoeing out to the island to have picnics. And one time we planned a picnic, and Mom and Dad and the boys and I all got into the boat. I think we were taking the motorboat because there were too many of us. And the weather was getting windy and cloudy, and the waves were getting choppy, and we just wanted to get away from Grandma and Grandpa for a little while. And we took two of the neighbor boys as well, and we got over to the island, and it started raining, and we were having our picnic, and it started raining harder and harder, and it was pouring rain, and we stayed. We just wanted to have a little break, and we all came back drenched to the bone and laughing about it.
Janet, and when we were kids, we would always go to Three Lakes together and hang out at Grandma and Grandpa Walker's house. And I can remember the kids would all be swimming and hanging out on the pier, and they'd have to pull us out when our lips were blue because we wouldn't get out of the water. And they would bring sandwiches and milk down to the dock for us, Aunt Janet and my mom, and feed us on the dock. And then we would go swamp the canoe.
Well, probably the trip to England, the second one with just the Hickses. We did a lot of stuff that we wanted to do on that one. That was good. We got to see Blenheim Palace and Churchill, and I got to stand on the floor of Parliament. And Mom was there for all of it. That made it special.
My best memory of Jasper, several of us were on a girls-only weekend that included Cass and Margaret and Jasper and me. And we are the Spry Bombshells. And the three of us, the three younger of us, actually got awesome fellatio lessons from good old Jasper, and I'm sure that nobody does it better.
Well, he wants the one good hand to
I'm not sure you want the kind of massage you can get with
My fondest memory is actually way back when Kathy was in high school and we'd come to your house in the basement to play Pong. And that was such a great game, and I remember Tiger always playing it, but you always came down to make sure we had something to eat and drink.
Gets her ID and driver's license and goes back, and he's calling it in, and whoever he was talking to on the other end said, "The hell are you doing? That's Mrs. Walker. Why did you stop her?" And he said she came back, he had his tails between his legs, and he was very apologetic, and I had no idea it was you, Mrs. Walker, and I'm so sorry, and where are you going? I'll give you an escort. And so she was to luncheon at a hotel or something, and she said she pulled up in front with a sign.
The notorious bean letter to Walt when he balked at eating Grandma's country style beans, it was probably the funniest thing I've ever read. And it, I don't know if you were directly responsible for writing that, but if you were, kudos and thank you, because that just was the greatest blessing for the rest of us. And the other thing I remember is standing in the kitchen, and Bill was an infant, I think still in diapers, I'm pretty sure. And he was eating Gussie Hour stuff a little bit, summer sausage, etc. And you looked at, I don't remember who all was in the kitchen, but you looked at somebody and said, he vocalizes every time he's about to fart. He would say, "Ada," and then he'd fart. And you thought that was hilarious, and as kids we thought there was nothing funnier.
I'd been in Hair, the play Hair, and I was not scandalized, but a little bit shocked when you sang "I Got Life." And if you can remember the lyrics, you'll know why. I just thought, oh, wow, that's so cool, she just said those words. And I just thought it was amazing that you were in a play and something that was so cool like that. So.
Okay, I have to tell you about a time we went to a Packer game in Green Bay, and our seats were in the end zone. But prior to the game, we had cocktail hour at some parking lot next to the Bear fans, and the Packers happened to win the game. But what turned out that after, I think it was Tampa Bay. It was Tampa Bay. And we went to see the Tampa Bay game, and it started to snow. And it was raining and snowing and raining and snowing. And we got so wet, it was pathetic. We happened to go to, Lois was my wife's uncle's house, and we were there. And while we were there, we had to take all our clothes off and put them in their dryer so we could get dry and go back to Sheboygan. And we went to Sheboygan, we went to some restaurant on the lake, some lighthouse or something. It might have been in the middle of the lake, I don't know. But we had a good time there, and that was my best memory.
I remember we got back to the car and turned on the engine and got the heaters going and stripping off layers of clothes. Mom looked at me and she said, "I will never, ever, ever be that cold again for the rest of my life."
Just remembering the many times we overlapped here at the cottage, the years we spent at, or the time we spent at Madison when we were there, and just the having any grilling out and enjoying Grandma and Grandpa here.
All right. Some of my favorite memories as a kid were the ski trips that we used to take up to Upper Michigan, to Powderhorn and Indian Head, going to stay in Bessemer and taking a week up there, learning how to ski and meeting friends. I guess the Aldags used to come up with us sometimes, and some others, I don't remember their name, but that was great. Going.
Happy birthday.
So, happy 80th birthday. Love you, Grandma.
Happy birthday and many more to come.